Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking Up Love. I have so many easy, no-fail recipes coming your way. And today we're starting with a family favorite. This is my one-pot Greek lemon chicken with potatoes. I've got everything laid out here so you can see how simple this is. We have about 4 lemons. For spices, I've got ground cayenne pepper, kosher salt, oregano, ground black pepper, plus chicken broth and avocado oil. We'll be using 4 russet potatoes and 4 chicken thighs. I know, it's a short list, but trust me, the flavor is huge. While we get started with the potatoes, start preheating the oven to 425 degrees. These potatoes have been washed and scrubbed, and I'll be peeling them first. And this is one of my favorite peelers. It's got this little loop at the top, and that's where I hook my finger through. I don't know if it was made for this, but it is how I use the peeler, and it gives a more controlled and sturdy grip. I've had this one forever. I'm not sure if it's made anymore, but I found one that's almost exactly like it and just as good. So I'll put that link in the description for you if you've been looking for a better way to peel. So once all the potatoes are peeled, I'm going to chop these into about 1 to 2 inch pieces. For the chicken, I have skin on, bone-in chicken thighs. I'm actually going to take a couple of minutes to remove the bones myself. I do this for a couple of reasons. First, I can really only find skin-on chicken thighs that have the bones in, and they happen to be a lot less expensive. Second, it makes the chicken cook a lot faster. We'll save about 10 or 15 minutes by doing it without the bone. And they also cook more evenly, so you don't have to worry about the meat near the bone staying pink while the outside dries out. But the real reason is my son. He is not a fan of eating meat on the bone. It's just a little too much of a reminder that it is from a real animal. So to make sure he actually enjoys his dinner, I'm just going to quickly debone them. Call it one of those mom moves that just takes a second but can make a big difference at the table. To take the bone out, I'm using a standard chef's knife. And the way I do it is I just cut along the top and it opens things up so you can see what you're working with. And just use your knife to gently scrape and pull the meat away from the bone. You'll want to get around the joints at the end to pop the whole thing out. And once the bone is out, I always run my fingers over the meat just to double check if any little surprises like bits of cartilage or tiny bone fragments are still there that the butcher may have missed. It's a quick step, but it really makes a difference with how the meal turns out. Next up, we're going to make the sauce. I've washed these and microwaved them for about 20 seconds, and that will make them easier to juice. We're looking for about a half cup of fresh lemon juice here. And then I'm going to measure out about a 1/4 cup of avocado oil. Add this to a big mixing bowl. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, a 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. And I like using the powder here because it'll more evenly get coated on the chicken and potatoes without the risk of fresh garlic bits burning in a hot oven. Then about an 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and I'm just doing about half of the 1/4 teaspoon measure. 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and about a tablespoon of dried oregano. And this next step is optional. I'm adding the zest of the lemons that we squeezed. Rub the lemon halves on a zester. You want to just be getting the yellow lemon skin and not the bitter white pith underneath. Give this a quick mix, and then add in the chicken thighs, turning them in the mixture to coat and get in all of the nooks and crannies. Then add in the potatoes that we skinned and cut and mix everything together. Everything goes right into this GreenPan Paella pan, starting with the chicken, skin side up. And I'm kind of spreading out the chicken a little on the bottom so they'll cook faster. I picked up this pan at Costco and it is so amazing. I think you'll love it too. It's a pre-seasoned carbon steel pan, so it's really easy to clean, and because it's so wide and shallow, the chicken and the potatoes will cook perfectly. They're roasting instead of steaming, which really is the secret to this dish. I'll drop links for Amazon and Costco in the description box below. You could also use a large cast iron skillet or a roasting pan. Once the chicken is all in, add the potatoes. Try to get them in the spaces between the chicken, and all the extra sauce goes in too. Add 1 cup of chicken broth, and then get this into the hot oven. It'll cook for about 20 minutes. Then after 20 minutes, you'll stir the potatoes a bit. Still keep the chicken skin side up. Tell me in the comments, what is the one pot meal your family asks for every single week? I'm looking for some new ideas for our next videos. After about 45 minutes at 425 degrees, the house will smell incredible. But we're not quite done yet. Once the chicken is browned on top and cooked to 165 degrees at the thickest points, you're going to take the chicken out of the pan and set it aside. Then turn your oven off and click that broiler onto high. Put the potatoes back in. Raise your rack so that the potatoes will be about 4 to 6 inches from the broiler, and then put the potatoes back in, keeping a close eye on them. I've kept mine under the broiler for about 6 minutes, and I usually stir them about halfway through. The lemon garlic sauce will thicken to this gorgeous lemon garlic glaze, and the flames will give the potatoes some crispy dark edges that everyone will fight over. I like to plate these together, topped with some fresh parsley and some extra lemon. You can also serve it right out of the pan. Just make sure you put a trivet down because this pan will be hot. I'm so glad to be back, and I can't wait to hear what you think of this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.